The smoke don't rise, it just hangs like a ghost above the red brick and the Leominster line. The hammer is the master and the fire is the host, and the sweat on your collar is the currency of time. My grandfather worked this forge in 1912, before the mill swallowed the fields and the farms. Ezekiel, LeBlanc, I knew him from stories folks tell and the strength that I carry in my two arms. I found his name carved deep behind the bellows. LeBlanc, 19 Elves in 3 years before I was born. A crooked cross and a heart that nobody knows, and a line that said, tell my boy I was warm. The fields where the corn grew are buried in shale, where the farmers gave way to the furnace and gear. Now the air tastes of sulfur and no rusty nails, and I come here alone when the silence gets near. The heavy steel presses are screaming for more, but the blacksmith's long gone, just his ghost and his tongs. There's a heat that I feel through the soles on the floor, where his blood and my blood have both belonged. Oh, the blacksmith's fire is a relentless sun, burning the heart of the old Bay State. When the 12-hour struggle has only begun, we're forging our names on the anvil of fate. It's the soot on the lungs and the salt on the skin, where the metal is screaming and the cooling oil sighs between, where the labor and the fever begin under the weight of the Massachusetts skies. The mid-tempo pulse of the sledge on the plate mirrors the throb in a working man's head. My grandfather swung it through 48 before the arthritis and the hospital bed. The Telecaster twangs like a wire under strain, cutting through steam and the industrial hum. He traded his youth for the promise of gain until every finger and feeling was numb. I never met him, but I know his hands. They're the ones that guide mine when I grip the steel. I stand where he stood in these Leominster sands, and I swear I can hear him still. Oh, the blacksmith's fire is a relentless sun, burning the heart of the old Bay State. When the 12-hour struggle has only begun, we're forging our names on the anvil of fate. It's the soot on the lungs and the salt on the skin, where the metal is screaming and the cooling oil sighs between, where the labor and the fever begin under the weight of the Massachusetts skies. The world looks for beauty in soft polished things, but there's a grace in the grit and the searing friction. It's a song that the heavy-duty machinery sings, and the only prayer my grandfather ever whispered. From the Western iron to the Leominster heat, the legacy's cast in the sparks and the grime. And when I stand where his boots wore down the concrete, I feel him beside me, enduring the time. Oh, the blacksmith's fire is a relentless sun, burning the heart of the old Bay State. When the 12-hour struggle has only begun, we're forging our names on the anvil of fate. It's the soot on the lungs and the salt on the skin, where the metal is screaming and the cooling oil sighs between, where the labor and the fever begin under the weight of the Massachusetts sky.